What is going on, everybody? It's your boy the King Koopa here. I did get a bunch of questions about some of the stuff I was getting powder coated and who I went through, how I went about doing it, the cost effectiveness of it. So I just wanted to make this little video for you guys. If you guys don't know what powder coating is, I definitely suggest doing some research on it. In my opinion, I think it's a little bit better than paint. It's a lot stronger. You know, it's a powdery substance sprayed onto the metal, creates a thick skin. There's multiple finishes, you know, matte, strongest, but dull, semi-gloss, which is everything that I got, which still has a strength to it, but that nice shine. And then there's gloss, which is like a Cadillac hood, to where if you touch that, you're going to scratch it. But, I mean, there's hundreds of colors. You can add flakes to it. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. So if you haven't found out about powder coating, which it's been around for a while, I definitely suggest doing some research on it. But some of you guys have seen some of these SEMA builds, which are insane, and everything, you know, is powder coat on it. $100,000 invested into their truck, you know, 10 grand in powder coating. That's kind of the direction that I'm going with BettyWhite, because I don't think I'm going to off-road it anymore. But everything framed down on that's going to be powder coated, but it's not really as expensive as you think. And some advice I do have for some of you newer guys that, you know, have a stock truck and you're wanting to go big, but you just don't have the cash for it, you know, because I'm no SEMA builder myself. I'm an average Joe, you know, who just likes cars. But if I were you, I would definitely look at buying some used lift kits and getting them powder coated, you know, and then they look brand new. Same things with rims and tires. I bought the rims for my Corvette used, powder coated those black, and they look brand new. But I'm going to show you some of the parts I got powder coated. We'll head over to the shop. I'll show you some of those parts and tell you how I went about doing it. So let's go check them out, guys. Alright, first up is the tire tailgate. That's going to hold my spare tire at a 45-degree angle. I did buy that used also, saved me like $1,300 because those are pretty expensive. And we got a bunch of odds and ends and brackets for the sway bar, steering stabilizer, lower shock mount, the caliper brackets, the calipers. And if you guys have a good powder coating shop, they should know to tape off the grease ports and make sure that they don't spray inside where the pistons go. It's going to affect your braking. The lower traction bar mounts, and also got the coil springs done. And right here we have the traction bars themselves, as well as all the frame brackets for the tire tailgate. Alright guys, so that's just some of it. So let's head over to the shop, check BettyWhite out, and show you some of those parts too. Alright guys, well, we just made it over to the shop. It's a little wet and chilly out, but let's check out some more of these parts. So we got the shock hoops, we have the sway bar, the upper A-arms done in black, we have the engine crossover bar, which is going to connect between the shock hoops, and some more odds and ends for the brackets. Got a lot of brackets done. So here's BettyWhite. She's not doing too bad. We got the door handles color matched, and the mirrors will be soon. But let's check the front end out. So we got one of the shock hoops in. We got the frame coated, both front and back sub cradles done, the support in, the lower A-arms done, all new hardware, and the pitman and idler support brackets I powder coated black also. They're up in there, might be a little hard to see, but she's looking pretty good. So price. Alright guys, so I got a lot of stuff powder coated, almost the whole front end. Frame down is done, the back traction bars are done. So ended up costing me $1,150 out the door cash, which not even anywhere near close to 10 grand, but that still is a good chunk of money. And what I did with that is I shopped around. I asked a couple places in Fort Wayne, you know, shopped around, asked a couple places in Fort Wayne, and got some quotes, took some parts there, and they're all kind of high. Like, I mean, most of them quoted me probably like $2,500 for all those parts. And what I ended up doing is posted on a local area code Facebook page and asked about powder coating, and probably like 7 out of 10 people said this one place, but it was like 40 minutes away. So I was like, you know what, I'll take the drive. I drove all the way down there, and what I did is as soon as I got there, I asked for the owner, and you talk to the owner. You can talk to the front desk lady, but just deal with the owner primarily. And then I talked to him. I told him what I wanted to do, told him the colors, where I wanted to go. I showed him the build. I showed him my Instagram page. I even showed him pictures of my Corvette street buggy that I'm building, and he was stoked about it. He was all about it. He thought it was pretty sweet. And he's like, tell you what, I'll give you a deal. I'll do these parts for you. And he's like, if you bring in cash, it'll even be cheaper than that. So I was like, sweet. So I dropped off a couple parts and picked them up a couple days later. You know, checked out the quality, made sure I liked it, and I was pretty happy with it. So I was like, all right, tell you what, I'll bring you a whole truck bed full. So then I did that and brought him cash again. And, you know, same time I came back, talked to the owner every time. And then, you know, basically what I was doing is I was building that relationship with him. So, you know, he could just keep giving me those little side deals, and him and I built that good relationship. And now anytime I bring in parts, like I don't even have to ask, you know, for a quote. I just drop them off at the front desk. And if he ain't there, I'll just be like, cool, see you. And front desk lady's like, you don't need a quote? And I was like, nope, because I know that it's going to be cheap. And he's going to hook it up. Because when you talk with the owner can do whatever he wants. You know, I don't ask questions on how he runs his business or does any of that stuff. So, but yeah, just talk to the owner, make sure it's always cash, and get that relationship going. And basically, I got that hookup. So now, once I tear the rear end of BettyWhite apart, basically all that's going to be powder coated too. And you know, all I got is the diff cover, the differential, the shocks, you know, the leaf springs, and the hitch mount. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to even be past $500, you know. So that's easily under $2,000, and everything framed down with BettyWhite's powder coated. You know, not sponsored, and not a SEMA build, and not even anywhere close to 10 grand. So if you guys are just starting out, wanting to get your build going, you got a stock truck and you're wanting to go big, I'd suggest looking for some used lift kits. You know, get them powder coated, get everything framed down powder coated if that's what you want to do. But you just got to find an owner, find that little in, you know, build that relationship and get you going. But so that's how I did it, guys. I hope that helps you guys out. It does take a little bit of social skills. And if you guys want to catch me more on the day-to-day, make sure you check out my Instagram at the King Koopa. And I got some more videos coming for you guys. A long one about how to bulletproof the whole independent front suspension system. One of them about how to put the new body styles, CV axles in your new body style truck to help with the angles. I'm going to have some more about how to put a flamethrower kit on your truck. So also going to be doing a garage burnout with the vet in the garage here soon. So stay tuned, guys. And if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. I got some more videos coming your way. So thanks for watching.